Today we're going to look at the different uses of be used to, get used to, and used to. Be used to doing something. It's something that's normal for us. It's not unusual or new. I am used to getting up early. Be used to doing something is formed with be used to plus the ing verb form. For example, running, walking, doing, making, getting up, or waking up. I'm used to running every day. I'm used to walking every day to work. I'm used to doing the ironing. I'm used to making presentations at work. Be used to something. Again, this is something that's normal for us and it's not unusual or new. For example, I'm used to the stress at work. Now, the something can be formed from a noun phrase, or a pronoun. For example, stress or the stress, Dr. Smith, my doctor, the doctor, or pronouns such as him, her, them, or it if you want to speak more generally, such as I'm used to it. I'm used to Dr. Ross. I feel at ease during our consultations. I am used to Claire's dog. I am no longer scared of him. And in this example, Claire's dog is a noun phrase. You can be used to something or be used to doing something in the past, present, or future, as the verb to be can be put into any of these tenses, although the future tense is less commonly used. Let's look at it in the past. Jane was used to the hot weather in France. She's from Australia. And in the present, Sally is from Ireland. She is used to driving on the left. And now in the future, soon I will be used to speaking English daily. As we've seen, the verb to be can be put into any tense. It can also be put into positive or negative forms. Let's have a look at that. I'm used to running every day. I'm not used to running every day. I'm tired already. I live in a warm country. I'm not used to the cold weather. I'm used to it. I live in Nebraska. Let's look at how you form be used to in the present tense in positive and negative forms. I am used to or I'm used to becomes I am not used to in the negative, or I'm not used to. Be can be conjugated in the present tense for any subject. For example, I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, or they are. I am used to working on a Saturday. He is used to working on a Saturday. I am not used to working on a Saturday. He is not used to working on a Saturday. Be used to in the past tense, comparing positive and negative sentences. Be in the past is conjugated as either was or were, depending on the subject. I was used to in the negative becomes I was not used to or I wasn't used to. Alternatively, you could use the word never, and this would make I was never used to. I was used to traveling alone. They were used to traveling together. I was not used to traveling alone. They were not used to traveling together. Although less common, be used to can be used in the future tense. This is formed with the subject plus will be plus used to, such as I will be, you will be, he, she, it will be, we will be, they will be. In the future positive, this will become I will be used to or I'll be used to. And in the negative future, I will not be used to or I won't be used to or I'll not be used to. Soon I will be used to driving the car. I will not be used to driving the car anytime soon. Here is a summary guide for be used to in the past, present, and future tenses in both positive and negative forms. Get used to doing something. Someone is, was, or will become accustomed to doing something. We form this with get used to plus the ing verb form. For example, I'm getting used to waking up early. Get used to something. Someone is, was, or will become accustomed to something. I get used to the stress at work and it no longer affects me. We form this with get used to plus a pronoun, noun, or noun phrase. I get used to it. Now you can use get used to something or get used to doing something in the past, present, or future, since the verb to get can be put into any of these tenses, again in either positive or negative forms. In the past, Jane got used to the hot weather in Spain. After some time, she became more comfortable with the climate there. In the present, Sally is getting used to speaking English at work. With practice, Sally will become more fluent in English. In the future, I will get used to driving my new car. I just have to practice some more. Here is a summary for get used to in the past, present, and future tenses in positive and negative forms. Used to. When something existed or happened repeatedly in the past, and it does not exist or happen now. For example, I used to live in Canada when I was a child. Now I live in the United States. This is formed with the subject plus used to plus the base verb form. Since we are talking about a past habitual action, there is no present or future form of used to. I used to play hockey when I was younger, but now he doesn't play hockey. I used to have long hair, but now my hair is short. Here we can see how used to is formed in the negative. First off, let's look at a positive sentence. I used to play tennis. This is something that I did regularly in the past, and it also implies that I don't do it now. For a negative sentence, this would become I did not used to play tennis, or I didn't used to play tennis, or I never used to play tennis. This is something I never did in the past, although it implies that I do now. If we ask what someone used to do regularly in the past, that is, we ask a question about their past habits, used to becomes used to without a D. However, as you've probably noticed, they sound exactly the same in spoken English. Now let's look at how we can ask a question using used to. Used to in the question form. This is formed using a helper verb did. Did plus subject plus used to plus verb. Did you used to play hockey as a child? You could also ask the question using ever. Did plus subject plus ever used to plus verb. For example, did you ever used to play hockey as a child? Both of these questions have exactly the same meaning, so you can use either one. Used to in the negative question form. Again, we have a helper verb did in the negative. Didn't plus subject plus used to plus verb. For example, didn't you used to play hockey as a child? And again, with ever used to. Didn't you ever used to play hockey as a child? Let's look at this short conversation using used to and the different forms that we've looked at earlier. What do you think of the hot weather in France? Are you used to it yet? Yes, I get used to it very quickly. You know, I used to live in Australia. I didn't know that. Didn't you used to live in Canada? Yes, I lived there too. What do you think of the hot weather in France? Are you accustomed to it yet? Yes, I adapted very quickly. You know, I lived in Australia before I came to France. I didn't know that. Haven't you lived in Canada before? Yes, I lived there too.